everybody. I'm really happy to be here tonight and to introduce another one of the fabulous products that Sizzle has. But this one is a lot more than fabulous. This thing is really remarkable. When you look at somebody, who do you look at first? You look at them and you look at their eyes, and their eyes are the windows to the soul. And as we age, our eyes start to deteriorate significantly for a lot of different factors. But beautiful eyes are just captivating, mesmerizing. And yet when they start to develop those bags and those sags and those crow's finks and those wrinkles and those fine lines and the discoloration and everything, and the eyelids start to droop down and the bags start to hang down, what are the eyes? Then they're not exactly what will mesmerize, are they? There's something that really has to be covered up, and so they use copious amounts of makeup and all kinds of things like that to cover it, and as a result, those eyes are plastered up and not looking so darn good. Well, what we wanted to do is, of course, we're involved in skincare and all of those things which are truly state-of-the-art science in what we're doing. Transfusium is a product like none other on earth, and there'll never be anything that could combine with that, with 24 active ingredients in the massive doses, most effective doses and amounts that work, and it's doing remarkable things. I mean, we're now seeing people are using this in 9 days, 10 days, 14 days, and remarkable results starting 30 days, undeniable. Well, if we have nice, beautiful skin and the wrinkles are going away and it's starting to become younger and contoured and everything, because Transfusium has 24 ingredients, and guess what, folks? They're not to sit on top of the skin. They're to penetrate way down deep in. And so we say don't rub it on, rub it in, and rub it in deeply, and you'll get the results. But now what about those eyes? Well, they have things that you're not facing with skin, with aged skin that sags and wrinkles and discolors and does all the other things that looks bad. But the eyes themselves have dark circles, and you see lines in them. You see strange discoloration and all of those kinds of things. And crow's feet get very deep because we're blinking all of the time with that. And those damaged cells move to those sections where the muscle folds are, and so they get deeper and deeper. And so we took a look at this. And the eye itself, if you notice how the eyes get sunken in and they get smaller as the upper lid starts to collapse. So we had been looking at this chemistry of restoring them quick, and so we bring out our product, which we call Diminishing, and we're going to reintroduce it very quickly because we found some even more spectacular science. I pulled it off the market and said, hey, we got a better delivery system, we got a better product, and we're going to call it Instagone. And it's going to be Instagone, gone in 60 seconds. You put this on, and you will see and feel those tighten up, and you just see it jump back. And it has an incredible peptide with it, the most revolutionary. Now, you may not know what peptides are, but peptides are really biologically active cell signalers, and they can be weak. It's like a gentle caress on the skin, or a little bump, or a pinch, or a hit. You know, there can be different strengths that you can have in peptides, and they're from weak to intensely powerful. But the intensely powerful are terribly expensive, and they're really hard to get a hold of. And companies won't pay the money for it, but Sizzle will, because we provide that power. So we put in a retinol peptide, and it just jump starts the skin, and it's in our Instagone. And now you'll see this new formula coming out as quickly as we can get it back online, because we want to see them gone in 60 seconds. And it doesn't have any aluminum or anything else like these other companies do in theirs, which is so irritating and has such a potential for Alzheimer's and those kinds of things. We've really got it done right. But now that's gone in 60 seconds, so you take it off at night. What are you going to do? Would you like your skin to be supported so it could regenerate like crazy all night long while you're sleeping? Well, it can. Just like with Transfusium, has 24 ingredients, because there are so many facets of the skin, from the bone, which is the muscles and the tissues and the stem cells and all of those, elastin, collagen, ceramides, all of the structures within skin. There are so many, and there are so many things that has to be done. We can be a little bit more specific with eyes. We don't have to do all of these things that we do in skin. So I went to the science that I had been finding, accumulating, and working with, and we put together a super nuke for the eyes. I can tell you, the son of a gun has got enormous power. And you're going to see it, of course, with Instagone, you'll see it like that, gone in 60 seconds. And Vanquish, we're calling it gone forever. How does that sound? If you have those eye bags, those crow's feet, all the discoloration, the dark circles, the blood vessels you're seeing come through, that sunken, hollow look, guess what? It can be gone forever, and that's what I believe this product can do, at least the appearance of it. That's what we have to say to be absolutely legal with it. Well, we've got 14 powerful ingredients in this, all in maximum concentration, that the study show does the maximum amount of effect in the shortest period of time possible. So we're thinking if you're using this product, you're going to see an amazing result within sometimes as little as 6 days, and then starts to improve. Another big jump, 14 days, 16 days, 18 days, 28 days, 30 days. And beyond that, you're just going to say going, going, gone. They won't appear to be like what they were. They'll be young, they'll be beautiful, they'll be youthful, and you'll have those eyes that will just be what you dreamed they would return to, and it is possible because of Sizzle. So in Sizzle we say, trust Sizzle, trust the science, because that's what we're using. This is not cover-up. This is not irritation or any of those types of things that work. These are not moisturizers that just try to plump it up. These are 14 incredibly powerful, biologically active ingredients to greatly improve the appearance of all these factors we've been talking about with eye bags. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, too, that are on this phone? It'll do more than that. Have you seen many women, there's a genetic condition they have called lip lines, and you see them start to develop when they start getting close to 40, and you see those strands are up, and pretty soon those lines, they get more profound, and they look like strings, and the skin is hanging down from one to another with these lip lines. Well, this product has been formulated to work that way with the eye bags and also on lip lines too. So you're going to watch lip lines just seem to disappear. We believe that after you use this thing for 3, 4, 6, up to maybe 6 months, who knows? We don't know. This is such new chemistry, and it's in such powerful synergistic alignment with each other to do so many things all at the same time. And this is just like transfusion. Don't you dare rub it on. Rub it in and rub it in deep. And massage is great for it. Circulation is great for it. And these ingredients are targeted to go deeply into the skin to address all of these issues that we have. And so now you can use it for lip lines too. How about smile lines? You bet your bippy. It'll work great on those. How about some of those worry lines on the forehead? You're going to have transfusion taking care of this. This will too if you've got a particularly tough one to go with it. And it works really great on crow's feet on the eyes and fine lines and all of those sort of things. But it does more than that. You have the eye bags that are hanging down, and they're there because the skin volume has fallen away. Your eye sits in a bunch of little fatty pillows that cushions it. So if not, your eyes would be banging on the bone, and you'd have eye damage. So these pillows of fat that plump the eye up make it look nice, it makes it stand out, make it beautiful, and they start deflating with age. They're going down. It's like a balloon that you blow up, and then it starts losing its air. And pretty soon it gets down to where it starts getting wrinkled and collapsing. It's the same way with these eye bags. And as that happens, the skin hangs down, it fills up with fluid, and now you start to see the blood vessels and all the dark discoloration, and you can have rosacea and eczema, all those types of things that come with skin. And we're going to go after every single one of them. But we're not just going after them. We're going to get them, and we're going to get them good, and they're going to be gone and gone forever. The appearance of them, legally speaking, is what we have to say. But boy, it'll do it. So let's talk for a second. I'm not going to tell you everything about eye bags, but I'll tell you some of the products or ingredients are in this massive formulation. First of all, and then you can look at them in the science page from there, but because of time, I can really go on to these things. But understand this. This is not cover-up cosmetic chemistry. This is intensely powerful biochemistry that we're using together. And what we can say is, because of the FDA, it says you can only say it penetrates into the skin. You can't say how deeply it goes. You can't say all of the functions that it does. Those are structure function claims. They want to regulate that as a drug. But the most powerful one they've ever discovered for skin was all-trans-retinoic acid. But it is great, but it really makes skin get irritated, it makes the skin shed, but it increases self-proliferation rate like nothing else on earth. Well, move over, all-trans-retinoic acid. We have a retinol peptide that is a natural one. There is no irritation with it. And I'll tell you what, it can run with all-trans-retinoic acid, and boy, does it go. And it supports skin proliferation like you have never seen before, because that skin gets thin around the eyes. It can't hold its own. The fluid in the bags, they sag down, but we have got proliferation. This is the peptide of peptides. Nothing like this ever been created. We are the only one, I believe, in America, maybe in the world, that is using this product. It's that new. It's that high tech. Companies can't afford to use it. We manufacture. We're debt-free. We buy it. We put that manufacturing product into it, and here we have the most powerful peptide ever created. It's also an Instagon because we want to jumpstart it. Once we jumpstart it, we want to turn it into warp drive, so it's really going really fast, and that skin is proliferating, getting firm, getting young, getting thick, being able to pull back to that tension, and so you can see those eye bags just start to contract back in. That's the first one. It shows such amazing thing. It was tested on people that were 50 to 60 years old on their skin, and it showed a massive, and this is their words, a massive increase in structural size and density of all skin cells and types in all 24, now catch this, 24 intercellular layers within the three major sections of the skin. You know there's the dermal, epidermal, stratum, corneum, but there's 24 intercellular structures within that. Who's ever talked about that before? I'll tell you what, go into the mall and go into those stores that are selling those big name brand products. They may know the three. They don't even have any idea there's 24. We know there's 24, and we know how to go after every single one of them. And that's exactly what Vanquish is going to do with this retinal peptide. And look at these results. Within a 30-day period of time, there was a significant increase of just the collagen increase, 43%. Can you imagine that in 30 days with this? And this thing is a powerhouse. If you wanted a monster machine to crank some horsepower out to get those eye bags to go away, here's the one that will really put it and make it going. The second one is we have, and I won't put all of these names, there's what's called a Phoenix date seed extract. And it has really got a unique and powerful mechanism for the reduction of the appearance of dark circles and rosacea, which we know is, it works, which really causes discoloration in the eye. And it works by supporting the constriction of the blood vessels and optimizing the blood and the serum flow. And when you do that, then you can clean out that type of area as it starts to work because it gets stagnated. And as that happens, it has some powerful antioxidant levels with it too, because a lot of that, of course, sunlight's coming in and damaging those areas very badly. And these are the specific antioxidants that goes right in and fights that damage that's been done or is going to happen by the sun. And so in doing that, as these antioxidants start to come in, you start to see some of the crusty keratinites, you see those, we don't know those terms, but they start building up on face and skin and this kind of thing, and this just goes in and just supports the skin so they just don't build up and they go away and it becomes really smooth and replication of the skin and the aging process is just powerfully supported by this. It's really especially effective with dark discoloration circles that are under the eyes, including even some of those that might be hereditary, and allergies and eczema, and guess what, folks? Even bruising it works on. It is that powerful. That's only two of the ingredients, and I'm just getting going. The other one is kind of a crazy name. It's called male Sutherwood extract. What in the devil is that? Well, I'll tell you what. It's a primary face contouring or recontouring support in preserving and enhancing the facial volume, especially those hollow pockets that you get as your skin gets older and starts to be deflated. Those fatty pillows that are in it. And ladies, guess what? You have an extra layer of fat under your skin. One of the reasons that it's more translucent, more beautiful, and softer. But that starts to diminish, and you can see that in people. And as the skin gets thin, you start looking at those structures coming through, and you realize what's happening. And it's not a pretty sight, is it? But with this kind of ingredient, it goes down, and it goes right down to it, and it plumps up those fatty pillows with it. It starts filling in those layers. The skin supports the skin as it starts to fill in those layers of that smooth, even fatty tissue that gives the skin the beautiful color, gives it the lift, gives it the cushion, gives it the softness. And you see, it's almost like a cosmetic life-lifting effect on the skin as it penetrates deeply to bring in the full usefulness and volume that you need, and the contouring and recontouring of the face and the skin and the color of young skin. Number 3 down. Only 11 to go with that. The next one is sea fern extract. Have you ever heard of that one? Well, this extract, and it's not sea fern, but it's sea fern extract, and it supports a different site in which your cell fat nutrition is very important with. And so when this goes in, it's important for the development and the expansion, especially in the eye bags, because remember, I told you, your eye bags are sitting, or your eyes are sitting in fatty pillows, and they start deflating. As they go down, the eyes collapse down, the lids come down, but also they retract and go back, so you start getting that hollow, sunken look in your eyes. This product is designed to go in and to volume supporting of it, and it has a significant volumizing booster effect to the skin, just literally like blowing up that wrinkled balloon. And one thing that does happen with skin or eye bags is you start draining the lipids, the fatty tissues, and things around it. And this supports the skin to regenerate that, to start to replenish it, and then the eyes start to respond with volume and size and smooth, and it pushes up, and it gets contoured, and it gets full. And it's, that skin, think of it, when you have the retinal peptide, it's getting firm, and now you have all this coming in with that tremendous amount of regenerative support, and it starts to smooth and firm and come back. The fifth one is what we have is comes from oats, but it's beta-glucan polysaccharides, and they penetrate deeply into the skin, and they give such a fast, dramatic uplifting of the skin, as these polysaccharides support many of the structures in the skin to revitalize them and to energize them. Think of that. You're putting on this skin energizing and revitalization as they send these powerful biochemical signals deeply into the skin, and the firming effect and the tension on the skin is stunning. You want to see skin firm fast? This will do it, and it will and can you imagine it firming up when all of these other processes are going on? What will happen? It's just a tremendous effect with it. They're so self-evident, and you'll see it just in a matter of days. You'll not just see it, you will feel it on your face because it will be working. And now we go to the peony. Well, we've got peony roots, and there's an extract in that is very powerful for a replumping ingredient, especially where it combats premature aging and regulating. This is a cell signal regulating communication, and it counteracts the loss of structure and corrects skin slacking. Literally, this is an ingredient that helps significantly as it remodels facial contours and significantly increases, too, just like the other product did with the hollow volume of the skin and the skin slacking that takes place. This just starts it to come back, to constrict, and increases its elasticity and tone. Now think of this for a minute. Doesn't every one of these sound like what you'd want in a product for eye bags or lip lines or any smile lines, any of these things, but particularly for eye bags? And this is what it's for the whole eye area. So the next one we're going to talk about is an extract from Spanish lavender oil, and this has a really significant effect on wrinkles and roughness and skin, so you can see results literally as fast, and changing in your skin is like 24 hours, you'll see an increase. And also one of the things that helps with skin, when you get a lot of irritation and inflammation, you get a lot of skin spasms and contractions. And when that's happening, it's making the skin so it's tense. It has a lot of anxiety. And it doesn't function as well. This just soothes that out. And so these irregularities, crow's feet, nasal folds, smile lines, lip lines, worry lines, all of that just can be more smooth, more reduced for the tenseness of the stress, so these other ingredients can work much more effectively. So think about the complexity of this formula and the different things that we're using already in so many different facets of doing it. So then the next one is called a sterol and isosteric acid, and what it is very effective for maintaining. You need to have moisture because the skin gets older and the structure gets changed. Now we're going to work to support the skin to change the structure back so it can retain its integrity, moisture, and all that. But there are a lot of ingredients within that skin, especially aged skin, that deteriorate literally like bread drying out, and that's what happens. And these go in and these replenish it and improve the cohesion between the different layers, and so skin can retain its moisture and softness. And you have to have water. Remember, we're mostly a water-based organism, and you have to have water in the skin. Tremendous amount of water moving through the skin, and if you don't have that structure to retain it and regulate it, then the skin dries out just like bread dries out. As I said before, this one goes through and replenishes those lipids, so skin gets that structure and that oil solubility that helps to control it. And then the next one we're going to talk about is we have a new form of vitamin C. And you've heard vitamin C is good for the skin, but they put it on skin. But you know what, folks? Those things only last sometimes for a few minutes, and they're dissipated and they're gone. But vitamin C is just so vital for the skin. But there's a new discovery that's been found in it to give it stability and immense amounts of power, where it can literally do so many things for skin and for discoloration and melanin discoloration particularly. This one has been shown in studies to reduce melanin, the discoloration that a lot of you, pregnancy, blush and things like that, you mask that you see, and those kinds of things. 80% is what? In 10 days. That's how powerful this is. Collagen support, 50% increase in 28 days. So we've now added that one to give that kind of format to it. Now we come along and there's an extract from what's called a buckwheat. And this is a really good one because it supports reducing the eye area puffiness. Remember, the puffiness is from inflammation, irritation, and fluids. And this one is rich in a lot of ingredients to support that. And in just 28 days, you'll see a 80% reduction in puffiness in the eyes. Now think of every one of those could be a product, couldn't they? But every ingredient is all in this one. And then the next one is an extract, and I won't even tell you the name, but it's called Bird of Paradise seed extract. The botanical name is so long. And this one is really powerful to support the luminosity in skin and even skin tone. And it has a power effect on doing it, and especially in decreasing the look of dark circles and under-eye puffiness too. So all of these, and imperfections, all of these are working together to do this. Now, the next one is from a special type of a palm seed extract, which is specific. Again, here we're going after dark circles, rosacea, inflammation. It calms, regulates, especially hormonal functions, which can really get out of whack in women as they get older, and it works right in to improve that, and it supports microcirculation. Well, folks, those are all the ingredients that we have in this that are the active ones that are doing it. And when you put them all together, I'll tell you this, the total of all the ingredients is, the sum of all the ingredients comes to a certain point, but the total effect of them working together greatly increases and is much more powerful than the total of all of them that are used. So it's like 14 ingredients doesn't give you 14 factors. It might be like 14 is 100. You know, it's like 1 and 1 can be 10 if they're powerful, if they're working together. Besides themselves, they work. When you put all 14 of those together, it's never been done. Some of these are revolutionary. They've never been used. They've never been seen in a product. But the science is there. We've got them. They're safe. They're effective. They're natural. They're biologically active and extremely powerful. And now what you do at this at night, we have a little dispenser. Now when you get this dispenser, understand this. It is one we want you to get every drop of goodness with it. So it has a cylinder in it. So at first when you pump it, it's just going to pump air for a little bit as it draws that disc up and starts to literally wipe all of the material on the sides as it comes out. So it comes out and it's fit for your finger. And so you just touch it, and then you just, at night after you've cleaned your skin, you just rub it on, and you rub it in and rub it deeply under the eye and on the eyelid above it, because you don't want a drooping eyelid, do you, if you're removing the eye bags. And you'll see, like I say, 6 days you should be seeing some changes. Within 10 days, you're going to see some even more. Within 30 days, you're going to be absolutely flabbergasted. And we think 4 months, 3 months, who knows? This has never been tested. These things have been all tested individually. Nothing, no combinations of them like this ever been tested collectively. So what are we looking for? We're looking for gone forever. Is that what you're looking for? If you got it, You've got it in Vanquish. So guess what? It's available right now. You can order it right now. Get your rear in gear. Think of this. Now you can have our Instagon. They're gone in 60 seconds. And now with Vanquish, gone forever. And not only be gone forever, you see these ones that contract and pull up, you still got all the discoloration and everything else. Not with this. You follow up as this at night with Vanquish, and your eyes are going to be beautiful, full, lovely, bags gone, puffiness gone, sagging gone, discoloration, rosacea, dark circles, wrinkles, all of those things gone, 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 and gone forever. And that's what you want in a product. So here is a big one. And you put those two together, guess what? It's about the eyes. So here you have Instagon for the day. Immediately 60-second Vanquish at night, gone forever as it does, and everything goes. And then you have Sizzle Lash that comes on. You can have those long, beautiful eyelashes, and right behind it is coming out Maximize, to where we can maximize the growth. And we think within about 4 months, you can have eyelashes that are maybe 2 to 3 times as long and thick as you had before. Tell me about it. Now you've got a whole business you can build, because it's just about the eyes. So I hope you're excited. We're super excited. This is a product like no other on earth. There's eye bag products. They're irritants. They irritate it up, or they're moisturizer and they try to plump it up. And that's all they're really doing. This one has got everything, and I think you've heard from this description. It's got everything you need. So what do you want? You want eye bags, or you want them gone? Gone forever? That sounds great. This is how about lip lines? Throw that in, and all these other things. We've got the formulation, and you have no competition with anything. The rest of it is paint. It's window dressing. This is the most powerful product never created before on earth. So get your rear in gear. Get using that product, get selling it, and build that kind of future you want. Thanks for being on the call.